Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Sunday, so that means we're going to prep for the week ahead. We're going to take a look at the weekly watch list, go over SPX, NQ, and a handful of names that have my interest this week as well. We'll take a look at the indices and try to see where the market is headed, and of course, map out our levels, both to the upside and the downside. So let's get right into it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't, and let's get it. So let's jump back into things, and we'll start with SPX. So Thursday, we closed over what was notable resistance. A ton of touches here. And this is really the first solid body candle that's closed above that what is this, 4720-ish range. So that's something to be optimistic about heading into this week. I'm not sure I expect much. We haven't seen the futures market open yet. That comes in another hour and a half or so. But typically we get a slower, choppy week in between Christmas and New Year. So, how much more do we have left before heading into the New Year? We'll have to wait until the market opens. And, all-time high was 47.54 here. So, do we blast through that? Let's look at the volume, actually. So we have volume tapering off as we're making new highs, so that's interesting as well. So again, just something to look first thing you should look at, when the market opens. We'll jump into NQ. NQ is interesting here. Tech has been, really in a choppy, just trading in a choppy range, and and we're right back at resistance. So we're shopping between 16.4 and 15.7. So, what happens? What happens next? Do we blast through? We don't have the volume to get through. So, my, early prediction, without seeing anything open yet, is, probably reject here and just chop around. We chop around, especially with the week ahead. Not much going on. SPY, same thing. If you're into trading SPY or QQQ, I actually encourage everyone to. It's an easier way to learn to trade and learn patterns and support and resistance. So again, we're right into resistance, right into the supply zone here. So do we retrace back some to the 0.236, the 0.382, or do we come back to the golden pocket? Again, we need volume to get through to these levels. So we need to see notable volume come through, push us up to new all-time highs, or we're just going to trade right back down. So into individual names, there are a couple that I'm looking at here. I like Netflix, maybe a month out to somehow retrace back to at least the golden pocket, so 640-ish range. We got the name above the ADMA. We have buyers stepped up, and anytime it came close to the ADMA, pushing it right back up. So I like that. That's something to look forward to. Again, it was harshly sold off from 700 all the way down to 580. So, I expect some type of retracement. This is beautiful. We got 1, 2 bars, 3 bars above the ADMA, and it looks like we bottomed here at 580. So something to keep an eye on. Longer contracts, not weeklies, and just keep an eye on it. PayPal is really interesting as well. We have a gap fill above 220, 216. So I expect this to head back in this range once it gets over 200. I can't take it above 200. Below 200. But the minute it crosses over this range right here, I'll probably get into something. And 220-ish range, calls 230-ish range, somewhere around there, something that's cheap under $1, and hope to catch some premium. Next one, probably the last one, JPM. So banks have been awful. They've just been sliding. And this wick right here, this wick and this candle tells me that this price isn't being accepted. So it's really hard for SPY and SPX to get going if banks don't. So if Apple's not running and banks aren't running, we're not going anywhere. We're just going to chop around. We need one of the two to get going. And this right here tells me, almost everything I need to know about the week that we may have ahead, maybe the next couple weeks. So banks got to get going, or Apple has to get going, one or the other. Let's look at the XLF, and again, same thing. This is a sharp push down. I tried to come set a new weekly high, and it just was rejected. This is it's pretty notable. Big upper wicks. You know what I say about big upper wicks? They are for selling. Those are just some of the things I'm looking forward to with the week ahead. These things change, obviously. I'll probably do another recap on Wednesday just to see how the week is going. But, these are what I have my eyes on. Most notably, and I think this may be the easiest trade again, is NQ. Short into resistance, buy at support. If we can just chop around, there are day trades to be had, even weeklies. If you know how to trade them. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And look forward to seeing you guys later in the week.